Welcome back, everybody, to Tactics Ogre. We're going to continue on to the castle, and we've done both directions, I think, in previous... I mean, they're different, same map, different enemies, you know. So, I think the southern burn wall is a little easier to do, even though there's more obstacles that slow you down.
Greetings, Butcher of Goliath. You'll not find the warriors of Golgistan such lambs as the people of Barmamusa. Like a fox, you creep in the shadows toward Korotanai. And we've got your tail, fox.
How dare you, Balmamusa, Balmamusa. So, 3 different pathways to go. Left takes you up and around for a flank. Right, I don't really like. And then going up the center, you end up in a blockade, particularly if they place their knights in that area. You play this normally. This can be kind of a difficult level unless you bring some mages. Mages, of course, aren't affected by... Well, they're affected by distance, but, you know, that's sort of their gimmick, is that they're able to basically cast a area of effect spell wherever, as long as it's in their range. It's not as strong as the, you know, the bolting spell that, you know, you have to have clear line of sight for. But, you know, worst case scenario, you have, you know, you send your archers to the left, maybe some guys, if you don't have enough mages, or if you don't have enough spells, you know, split the spells up into bolting and the area effect ones. Send the bolting ones to the left, send area effect ones to the right, up the center, I mean, and then plug the gap in the middle with some knights, ideally, so they can't come and just sort of rain terror down upon you from the ledge. As always, any sort of flying character, such as Canifis or a griffin, would prove to be very devastating, because you can get them up into the lines, disrupt their movement early. They're not going to really kill anything. I mean, they can kill stuff, as anyone can, you know, long enough rounds, enough attacks, yeah, anyone can kill anything. But logistically speaking, by the time you've got one guy killed, your griffin is probably near dead. Will need healing or retreating, etc. But that gives you time to get your guys up into the choke point and take advantage of it, rather than having it be a detriment where you're clogged right at that corner, say about 2 spaces diagonal from the enemy archer. Yeah, right where Habram's standing. The space directly to his left would be the clog or choke point you'd want to try to avoid. I like how they line themselves up like this. I know in a normal playthrough you wouldn't have a level 3 spell that could get them all, but in this particular case, since I'm playing backwards with my old characters on level limit, I mean, they're perfectly lined up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Yeah, I think 5 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think 5 would be... I could hit all of them in a line with one of those area effect spells. But pretty devastating, because normally I'm looking at hitting somewhere around 3 or 4 people at max. So, you know, getting an extra guy in there is a big bonus. I don't think I'll be able to take advantage of it, to be honest, though, because I brought, looks like 2, 3 mages in, and I don't think their turns are going to come up before that line starts to really fall apart, if you will. Now, if they stay in a diamond formation, or what would you call it? Yeah, diamond formation. It would still be equally advantageous to me, but I don't have the mana. I don't have the right spell on Celius. I like how I've complained about this a number of times. I like just how ridiculous the enemies' names are in this game. So if I move here, I gain one, lose one. If I put it back over here, I gain one, I lose one. And then if I push it down, I'll lose one and gain one. So it's all pretty much equal. Other than, you know, I probably could have killed that one archer down there. Magic time. Lose one, gain two. Yeah, let's move it down one. Because area of effect spells don't do a ton of damage, because they're spread out, obviously, amongst a number of bases. The ideal for a big area effect spell like that is to try to get as many people in the area as possible, not really worrying about who needs, well, generally not worrying about who needs to die and who needs to stay alive. It's just it's trying to get the max amount of damage out of a spell, more than prioritizing any one single character going down. Now, obviously, there's exceptions to this rule. If you have a particularly obnoxious character, or their turn is going to be coming up soon, you might prioritize killing them versus, you know, hitting a different, you know, hitting two people and doing more overall damage. But I think in general you can most of the time go with more damage to more guys across a larger area than to, like I said, prioritize a single character going down, you know, sort of not using the spell to its full effect is what I'm trying to say. Because your other direct combat units are going to do a pretty good job cleaning up in most cases. You can obviously ignore the Valkyrie to the left there. She is one of the people I recruited in the neutral playthrough when I went back to get her. So she is kind of weaker, quote-unquote weaker, than the other characters in this party by a level or two, I think. You can see where the clog happened, right in front of Syria. Not really much I can do here unless I start moving my characters off the wall here. And because the knight has that area of control item, even if I alleviate the pressure from the Hawkman there, you'll still be clogged there because of his ability. So I'm sort of trying to get this unclogged, but it's going to be a bit. And I'm going to have to move this area as well. Because, well, that works. I was going to say, if I have to move her down, I got to move her down, but I've got enough movement points to get her up to the other side of the knight. Do that. Either way, doesn't matter. Damage is damage. He's dead. Alright, now we can really start to push. That clog didn't last all that long. Oh, never mind. Back to clog. Fucking sucks. Okay. What do we do here? Well, we want to undo the clog, obviously. Not sure that was a that was probably an even trade based versus using a bolting spell. A missile spell, I guess is what they should be calling it. Poison is super good in this game. I haven't really used it to its maximum effect, but like, it does what poison does, which is it's a slow, creeping killer. It doesn't last forever, I don't think, but you can apply multiple layers of poison on characters to speed up the rate by which the poison affects them. So, I mean, you could probably legitimately do a poison build where you're focusing on spells that either inflict poison or have a chance to deal poison applications to a character. There's obviously pros and cons to that because, you know, I imagine there'll be characters that are immune to poison or most status elements. So, you gotta sort of think about that, plan around that as needed. But I would say, and certain spell casters seem to do a shit job at applying the status effects to certain characters, which I think is based on one of the weirder stats in this game, like mind or something. They have intelligent, resistance, and mind, and intelligence increases magical attack. I think mind is based on how often your skills proc. And then resistance is obviously resistance to magical damage. So I think mind would increase the probability of that poison working, whereas the intelligence would probably increase the damage poison deals, I guess. Educated guess, but I guess.
Stronger than I thought. Perhaps those rumors of an alliance hold some water. Where's our reinforcements? Where's Sir Hector?
Cherry Hill. Alrighty. Probably not using the Hobram, right? There's probably an ideal build for Hobram And build, I mean, not necessarily how you level them up, but like there's probably some ideal version of armor, weapon, skills that probably combine into something that makes him like an uberly dangerous. I just not smart enough to realize that, I guess. I know the preemptive skill is really, really good because you can basically put your character, if he procs preempt, you can put him up on the front line, and anyone attacks him, he'll preempt them, hit them, they'll attack, and then he'll counter behind that. So I know that's really good, but I wonder if there's some other skill that goes with that one, or you know, as a maybe like a different second strategy for him that helps him to be more devastating. Because one of my big, I guess, complaints about him is he seems a bit slow. You know.
Glory to Barbatos. Glory to
Barbatos. I died. Congratulations. Oils. R&R. Neat. They want me a ninja in there? That's dumb.
But the Wollister have already breached the gates. We must send a rider to inform Karitanai.
Karitanai.
Do that, and you sign your own writ of execution. His Eminence tasked us with this castle's defense. By the honor of House Didaro, we will defeat these interlopers and stop their advance here. Or have you lost your courage so soon?
Our dungeon holds scores of men who want nothing more than to see Galgaston fall. Should they join forces with the Wollister?
It shall not come to pass. We won't allow it. Consider that our enemy has fought across harsh, unfamiliar terrain outside our walls. They are fatigued. We will draw them inside the castle and finish them. Did you not wonder why I kept our forces from the field? Do you understand nothing of what I say?
House Didaro has never fallen short of its word. My son, Hector, will not see it do otherwise now. If you are a knight of this house for true,
I'm an
you will
old
follow
man.
your liege's orders with all due obedience.
Yes, my lord.
Honor.
By your leave, father.
Alright, let's have a real talk now.
And the pride of House Didario as well.
Praise of which I am unworthy, in truth.
No, it is I who should apologize. I'm sending you to your death.
You do not understand, father. This is the opportunity I've long awaited. How many times I spoke of dedication to my land, my people, while my heart pained with every word. I could ask for no clearer sign than the Wollister's arrival here today. I was meant for this.
Doubtlessly.
Couple different ways to
they
interpret
seek
that, I
to take this
suppose.
castle and use it to launch an assault upon the weakly defended flanks of Karitanai. You see, this is their main force. The rabble at Sonji are no more than a feint. A clever,
That's
if
true.
reckless stratagem. And yet,
It is reckless.
this may just give them a hope of toppling the Hierophant.
If it will mean an end to this conflict, then my life is a small price to pay. The castle is yours, father. I leave her charges and Galgastan in your hands.
So it sounds like Hector... That line's hard to hear. So I stopped talking.
I am needed below.
It seems like Hector is
Know
very
this.
dedicated
The honor of House Didaro
to his knightly
will not
duty
falter this
and
day.
to
Our
the
honor
idea of being
is
able to
greater
give
for
his
your
life for his
sacrifice.
country.
Godspeed.
Based on the way this conversation played out. And now he has this opportunity to do so. Sounds like not great, but what are you gonna do? So now we get to fight Poo-Poo Face McGee here. I don't want to call him Poo-Poo Face McGee. I was just singing his praises 5 seconds ago.
You'll find these walls will not yield to you easily, nor will they offer up her prize without a fight.
What prize?
Yes, yes.
Those enemies of the Hierophant who languish in her dungeons. You mean you're not here to
Does
rally
not
them
need
to
to.
your cause?
He does not need to give
Then
this
why?
information away, and he's
Well,
too
no
smart
matter. The dead seldom accomplish
not to
much
realize
of
what
note.
he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's essentially tipping his hand to Denim to not only maybe try to fight a little harder, but also there's essentially a reward at the end of this battle. Should you defeat me, there's plenty of anti-Hierophant people in my dungeon. You take them and add them to your army. It'll make you more powerful and better equipped to deal with the upcoming battles. This is all sort of in the background. There is a character that you can recruit after this
attack on An
mission.
alliance with those Galgastani who turned against the Hierophant could well lead to a lasting bond between our clans.
Yes. By having people that are pro Wallister, Galgastani Union, or at least anti-Hierophant, it could serve to help unify their warring causes. But I digress. So there is, this is weird to me, there is a character in this game that we will be getting next after this battle, and that will give you two options. He'll pose the question to you. If you choose the one option, you get to recruit the guy, and if you choose the other option, he doesn't come with you. Okay? Now, I only bring this up because this guy is he's pretty important, I should say. If you don't recruit him, you will not have the opportunity to recruit both Ravenous, and there's another character towards the end of the game that you see, like almost near to the dead end of the game, when you're going to the whatever that thing is called, tower, you know, where you fight Branton and then ultimately the final boss. It has a name like Hagia Sophia or something, you know, something you would recognize as a real or one-time landmark. Anyways, he's important to recruit Ravenous, which I want. He's important to recruiting that one girl who's a dragon tamer, dragon caller. Okay. Now, in terms of those two characters that you can recruit by recruiting him, I would say this upcoming person that we're going to recruit is the second most important person to recruit in the game. And that's only because you need Hobram and this is only available in the Law playthrough, you need Hobram to recruit Ozma. And Ozma is one of the most broken characters in the whole game. Usable characters that you can recruit in the whole game. You know, you have your Lord, you have your Princess, you have Ozma, and those not in that order are, you know, your three strongest classes in the whole game. So, yes. Second most important, but only because Hobram recruits Ozma, and there might be another one I'm forgetting, but like I said, this other guy is very important if you want to recruit Ravenous and one other character.